Yeah. Is it after this one?
I think it's the next one.
No.
Yeah,
it's the next one.
So the vaults actually do start to
Spoilers,
power
bonus
you up,
vaults.
like an adventure game.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I tried to entreat Red Jabber into my tree fort, but he
cool.
barraged me with feces.
Oh.
And he possesses
Feces.
deadly aim.
Oh yeah.
Barrage
Before he
me.
left, our eyes locked.
Their eyes locked. Oh, I kind of want to hear the end of that echo. That was funny. She was leaving after being barraged by feces and they lock
I was
eyes.
just like, what the fuck?
Oh, damn. So why does this trigger people?
You'll see. Shoot the
You'll
red
see.
one.
Yeah. Break
I
your
don't
cover.
remember where it is. Fucking Magna.
Show's over, fella.
Oh, shit. Nice.
You will play.
Great.
Fucking.
Big. How the fuck? That's quite the disguise.
Damn, you a big Nick.
He's on our team, right?
Oh, what the? Yeah, he's on our team.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the rogues. I wish you could watch like kind of like the story over, just like the echo logs. It'd be so good.
We have a library, right? We can play our echo logs whenever we like.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And
Do we have
descriptions and
How do you
stuff.
do that?
Yeah.
Let's crack on.
The good thing is all this little stuff. I mean, this is a game that's all about the replay, so after the 15th playthrough, we'll really know this thing in depth and all the little subtle remarks.
Exactly. It's
really like
quest
the,
object. Oh, it's the quest objective, and then tab, and then first left and right to find your logs.
Okay.
More comfortable.
Gotcha.
It's cool.
I
We've
really
never
do
actually
like
interacted
the,
with him. When a Goliath like
What's
that.
it called?
Yeah.
I kind of like his mask too. I wish we had a head like that.
Turns back into a chick. Like nothing happened.
Now it's time to track down.
So Goliaths must not be
Somebody's
human.
like-
They're the human ass, but that little head, a whole different kind of creature.
No, I can't.
Wait till you see the little ones.
Oh god.
Yeah.
At first, I thought they were like a loot tink or something.
Dude, I haven't seen a loot tank in a long time.
Yeah.
Or do they show up in mayhem mode a lot?
No, I haven't seen one in Mayhem mode so far.
I wonder if that's a glitch.
I don't think loot tinks spawn on this world. I think.
I saw one though when we were playing
jabbers
yesterday.
do.
When we were playing yesterday,
you're
there was a
right.
loot tank.
You're
It just
right.
managed to get away. So I
There's
don't.
loot psychos.
I just think they should be around
I haven't
more.
seen those
When
either.
the game first
You
started,
haven't seen
we
a
saw
loot
like 3 in
psycho?
a
I've seen a
row.
few.
That's a thing.
Yeah, but that.
Yeah, the thing about loot psychos though is if you don't kill them in time, they just teleport away with a
Oh,
throw.
that's annoying.
Right, just like everyone else.
They don't even
pretty
drop.
much, too.
They don't even drop anything that good anyway, so it's not even worth it.
Remember they got a backpack.
Loot
Like
tanks
Steven
are-
taught us that. Like you shoot the loot
No,
tank and then you gotta
psychos
go to the
don't.
backpack.
Only
The
loot tanks
heck?
have that.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, don't
loot
the-
psychos don't have a backpack.
These
weird,
jabbers have a bag, I think, you can break before actually killing them.
Yeah.
Like, you can just break their bag and then get their loot. You don't have to kill them.
I wonder if that works for all of them. I wonder if you could shoot the loot tank's backpack.
I don't think if I had explosive damage before, because that's how I
Fucking
do it.
Splodios. Towards cereal. Splodios.
It's amazing. I really like this mission too. Just
you
like
got the
whole,
Ravager skin.
smuggling part.
Are you doing that Russian dance thing?
Yeah.
How you do that?
What's the
Like
Ravager skin?
emotes, you hold the pause button and then you can emote.
It's gotta be a premium emote.
It's one of the ones you get with Iridium. Yeah.
Oh. That head is
So is this.
terrifying. Jesus. Oh my god. blood all over.
I mean, you got the same skin.
Yeah, I got the Ravager skin, but it looks a lot more
Yeah.
brutal on her with that skull face.
Yeah, I know, right?
The man decided
I like
to
the
take
customizations,
his
though.
spider ant up a whole nother notch by now making it radioactive. Look at that noxious gas
Fucking
pouring out of its
neon.
ass at a constant. The smell must be intense.
Someone definitely sold out the rogues.
What's Tyrell looking like?
See, I
Well, Tyrell's got the
implemented
skelly
an
man
option for three-quarter gang.
outlining his body and the X in the head.
Turns out Aurelia Hammerlock offered one of the rogues the Eden 7 system.
That skin transfers well to the spider ant.
Who knows yet?
Yeah.
It really does.
Buddy, then assume the worst. I'm either dead or captured. But come find me
You
anyway.
really do a good job of making your cosmetics like stick.
Quietfoot's a crazy bastard. We go way
What is it, Jeremiah?
You gotta find him.
They did a really good job of making your cosmetics match like your for Moe's, her mech, for Flag Kiss
Oh,
Pet
yeah.
setting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they really went all out on the customization. It's always
This
surprising.
is the
Like,
wrong fucking
they
way.
could have
Where am
easily
I
just
going?
had Moe's Iron Bear just look one fucking way. Same thing with the pets. But nope, you can customize those
Thank God
too.
they didn't.
But with the pets, it's really nice, so you know whose pet's whose as well. So
That's
it's
true.
actually
Yeah.
serves a purpose.
Though yours
Besides
aren't too
customizing.
hard to
See a
tell
fucking-
apart with God
That's
See a
Spider
neon
Ant here. I mean,
spider
that
and I'm
thing's.
not-
Was that from Borderlands 2 Torch? The one who drops the Hellfire?
Yeah, yeah.
That thing's like almost that
Scorch,
size.
yeah.
Scorch scary. That's what the
Oh
balloons.
yeah, you're right. Huh?
Thank you. Badass.
It's kind of good. Yeah, I think that's okay. Mayhem 3 is really fucking, like, the loot you get on that is crazy. Like, every badass, at least one purple. No, at least a purple. And, like,
You.
a fucking high-ass chance for legendaries.
That's perfect. I mean, they paid
Well, what
attention.
is it on Mayhem 3?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing with like,
300%?
how do you beat Hyperius?
500% for Mayhem 3.
Wow.
That's nice. Hopefully they don't
Yeah.
change that. That was one of my biggest complaints in 2. It's like, oh, okay, you need this certain weapon to kill this boss. How do you get it? You gotta kill that boss. Well, that's a catch-22. You should be getting shit that's better than what you have for doing hard modes, because you gotta be using good equipment just to be doing it. So it's gotta be rewarding for that level. So, good thing they paid attention. I hope that they're not looking at the nerf cannon right now. They're just thinking, alright, good. Ball hunters are strong. That's the way it should be. Let's look at fixing these bugs up, optimizing the game. I mean, there's a big
Did any of you
difference
guys-
between game breaking and powerful. Powerful is good. Game breaking is like you can literally one hit anything and you don't have to reload or even look. God mode, nerf. Powerful, no. That's good. Keep that around. What'd you say, Fit Man?
Did anybody else hear that in the description I
I
just
did it.
did? You did because you're out to that point, but I assume the other two didn't.
I didn't know. Did you, Tyra?
No,
No.
no, they should have.
Nah,
That's how it works.
I didn't either.
Is it?
Because you know, I did it while I was in my buddy's game, and they heard it.
And they went to that point in the quest yet?
Yeah. And it kind of spoiled the game for them, because it kind of said a few things.
Right. Because yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It's about.
I'm glad ours didn't work then.
Yeah.
I was surprised
I mean,
I
that
could
one
even
was-
read them in your game.
You can, yeah. That one wasn't really that. That one didn't have any spoilers. It was just about the Guardians. The Iridian
Mhm.
Guardians.
Yeah, that's what all those are about. So good addition, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a good lore.
Because especially because you want to go back and find them. Nothing that I saw.
Just have a fucking...
Just you grapple up.
Okay, shit, that scared the shit out of me. The fucking border turret shit scared the shit out of me because my fucking screenshot started vibrating. I was like, what the fuck? A secret raid boss? There's gotta be a raid boss in this, because I mean, fucking Terramorphous was
Oh yeah.
base game.
I believe I heard that we had one, right?
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, I know for sure we're gonna get one. I think that's what the takedowns are too. Is basically their raid bosses. We're supposed to get one with the Mallow one event, a new raid
Nah.
boss.
The takedowns? Like for Zero?
I don't know. They're just calling them takedowns. I don't think they're even out yet. They're just coming up in the
Oh,
events.
okay. Gotcha.
Oh wait.
What the fuck is this?
Zero?
Oh,
Zero,
shit.
Zero does give you little quests.
What about Zero?
Zero does give you quests like Hammerlock. I've only found one of them. But,
So are takedowns already in?
I think that's what they were called, but don't quote me, you know, in case I'm not incorrect.
Okay.
But they might already be in the game now.
Either way, they're planning on adding
Oh,
more.
you guys just got a legendary gun.
I mean, there's gonna be
yeah,
raid
why did they-
bosses. That's a Borderlands standby. They've had him since 1. Found a legendary?
Drop it
Got you,
26. Well, no,
Well,
you guys have
no.
to.
Someone did a quest for us.
Oh.
Yeah, I did the kill.
I thought this one was done. We dropped that barrel.
Actually,
I'm not gonna use it because it's 26 for some reason.
it shouldn't be.
Yeah, for me it dropped at 26.
Well then I guess I won't be salty about thinking it was 45.
Yeah.
It makes sense you're able to do the inscriptions, though. I mean, that's like, if it is like an adventure game, then that's just where your character is at. You would have those abilities no matter the world. I know that's like 15 minutes back in conversation, but I still wanted to put that remark in because, you know, commentary.
Well, it seems like that type of stuff is character based because
Yeah.
on my flag I can break open Iridium.
I'm saying that makes sense though. Like, if it's an adventure game in that way, your character has opened that vault. It would have the technology. It'd be a little bit immersion breaking if, like, oh, well, in this world you haven't opened the vault, so you don't. No, your character did, so your character has that power.
True.
Yeah.
True. For me, it would just kind of ruin the advantage of going and playing in other people's games. So see, for me right now, I just want to hit level 50. So playing with other people is like some of the best things I can do, right? Just grinding and
Which
not
is-
boring.
Thank God, easier than ever. I think that is the smallest change, the scaling thing that's going to have the biggest long-term impact on this game. Is they put a matchmaking system in here, and then they've got the scaling to whatever level. So it's like it's always advantageous to just go play. Just go play with your friends, drop in, drop out. You don't got to think about where are they at in the story and where are they at. What a little bit to begin with here, but in the first few months, once that's over, it won't really matter as much. But still, the larger point is just jump in and play. Like right now, Wilson, you could join us, and there wouldn't be a difference. You could just play. Whenever Rikers gets it, he'll be able to play.
Yeah, I like how it's not like BL2 where somebody 72 could join your game and just fuck everything up.
Yeah, you're right. And honestly, instance loot, I didn't think that would be that much of a positive, but it's a huge positive. You can still just play the game at your own pace, like you're playing it solo. You know, grab all the loot and don't think you're a selfish bastard because you just grabbed all the loot. You're good. Everyone's got their own loot.
3 more levels to go.
I see you coming, Ball Hunter. Like said, he was working with some serious muscle. A secure location overlooking a dock.
Yeah, but I'd wreck you guys, so.
Need some help clearing them out.
But it'd be perfect because this stuff would just, again, I have no idea who the hell did the math, the programming, but whoever did it has fucking, I've not seen that in any other game. You can have a level 5 and a level 50 in a game shooting on the same guy, and some of those characters have 2 known health states at once, and it works. It doesn't fucking break. The guy doesn't instantly melt. The game doesn't suddenly have an FPS drop. So, however they program the scaling system in, that is Borderlands 2-esque. That is game-changing in that way. And I don't know of any other game that's able to do that. You could have a level 50
I've
here,
seen
a
it
level 5.
once.
What game was that?
I believe it was Rift. I know I played a game where you can at least done it once. I don't think it was as smooth as this.
Take out those CLV. Got you
So
covered.
whoever did take it on definitely polished it up very well, you know what I mean?
Like, I've seen it in games where they do relative scaling. So, like, Anthem does relative scaling. If you're playing with your buddies in a
maybe
really
I'm just
high-level
saying
event, then they'll be like, oh, okay, your buddy is getting a slight buff. It's still going to be a bitch for him, but he can still come in and play. But I've never just seen it to where it's, like, extremely precise. Everything is exactly whatever level you are. And yet, again, the idea that Fitman, you almost at level 50 and Jeremiah at level 50 are in here, and Tyrell and I are shooting shit that's 30 levels below that, and yet there's no, like, hiccups. how is the game managing that? That you and I are both shooting on this Goliath. It's like 40 for you, 20 for us, and yet the game understands what's going on and still scaling that health correctly.
That is true. We do have multiple ones too. Like everybody's at a quite different level, well, except for me and Wayne. Jeremiah, right?
Watch out!
Yeah.
Ship incoming! Please find some cover, Vault Hunter.
Well, like when you do the relative thing in Anthem, you're still all, no matter what that enemy you shoot has the same health for everybody. And it's like, I'm just mentioning it a lot just to think about the programming challenge that would be to have an enemy have 4 healths relative to the user.
Feel the most, if that's all right with you.
No, now that you mention it, I do think you're right. But what I'm thinking of is they just kind of like give generic buffs. They don't do the exact same thing. Like you're saying, this is a lot more complex than the ones I've seen before.
See those cultists are
Which is
It's like
cool.
percentage damage on hit or something.
And we have an option, right? If we went back to the classic Borderlands that it wouldn't do the scaling, like you guys could just come in here and fuck up. That's cool. See,
Oh,
options.
this is a new part.
You're gonna have to
Pandora,
climb
if you
that
want to see
crane to
this.
fix the darn
Okay.
thing and get it into position.
Kind of unique to this area. It's nothing too big. But
Appreciate it.
It's Cage here.
cool. Shoot it. Yeah, shoot it.
Hold on, I've already got this, so whoever wants to use this thing. Monsters in cages?
So, yeah. So I believe they would just come out just like a berserker or whatever they're called, and just attack the enemies.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't matter how they made the game because it's in real life. In real life is a simulation on the surface of a black hole. Holographs for anyone. Is that... oh, a piece of candy. Is he back to tweeting? Does he have new theories in the future? His cult leader that supposedly traveled to the future, the year 2002, and saw everything.
Now get to that
We're
scanner.
19 years post-prophecy, and he's still hanging strong.
Going down.
Ooh,
You'll only
he
make you
knew.
crap yourself.
This is cool.
Oh my god, you're so fucking bright.
Yeah, he is super bright.
Must have jammed.
Where's Tyrell at?
Alright, I'll change it again.
I hate these sickos and
Okay,
real
we
hell.
can.
Another ship. Fend them off while the scanner warms up.
Now,
Remember
is this a
last time?
survival thing, or we actually only have so long to do this?
It's just 30 seconds. Just kill a cultist for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it has a health bar like the fucking fast travel beacon. Just toss the grenades down. Fuck it. I've got infinite
The
grenades.
ship actually... Oh man, I want to blow these ships up so bad.
You can't blow them up.
I thought we just did.
We moved that turret, but I want to see it crash down to the damn ground like a banshee. Halo.
Right, I didn't see a turret on
I
there.
wish.
Like, on the
I like
main.
that effect of that shit, though. I like
Here comes the airplane. Throws a tomahawk. Borderlands 3 pacifist run coming soon. You could do that as Fitman. You technically haven't done as Flack, I mean. Which, you know, Fitman is in Tyrell. You're still not hurting anything. It's just your animals. They're the ones eating people alive.
And Rack. Right?
And
Rack's
Rack.
an action skill, so
Yes.
could actually do it, yeah.
And your semi-intelligent jabber
Yeah,
who
see.
occupies a weird place in the civil rights debate. Are you supposed to
is there a
pay the
question about
jabber? I don't think so. I think they're just supposed to be basically
Oh.
fucking monkeys that...
No, there was something that would allude to that, so I would have believed you if you said there was a Christ. Like how they started using him for something. Can't remember what it was. Like slave labor or something.
I mean, they definitely occupy a weird space in the evolutionary tree. I'm not sure what would separate them unless they're just not really conscious of the fact that they're intelligent.
I suppose. I mean, I think you missed it, but Win or whatever her name was, the AI was saying that they have their own unique sex language.
The jabbers do?
Yeah.
Are they
That's
like...
why when
Oh
we
yeah,
were in
that's
that
when she was
room,
doing the fucking monkey shit.
Yeah. She was calling them to, yeah, she was getting horny jabbers there to kill us.
Oh my god.
That could be like Enemy Mine though. Like in Enemy Mine, what happens at the Wesley movie, Dennis Quaid. Like the alien is a boy, and then at like 40 human years, the alien turns into a female and gives birth.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
Fast
about.
travel.
That was
Yeah.
a fucking weird movie.
Yeah, it's a good flick though, actually.
Cause like, wasn't it like their daughter
Sounds interesting.
or their son at some point, and then became a girl, and then he wanted to
He
fuck
don't
it?
talk like us, does he?
Yeah, they became. I don't think Dennis Quaid ever actually fucked it, but they became kind of like husband and wife in a weird way.
You asked me for a drink.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit also like mother son. You know, it was a kind of a feels movie, but it's an alien, so it's cool.
Shoot the console.
Where is the?
Different,
Do that. That's an amazing.
different culture.
Yes.
Not blood related.
Right. She changed. That'd be really weird though. Then you get your own unique DNA to
See-
then pass on to your newborn.
The same thing
Weird.
happens in the mode in God's Eye. The creatures that they find, the modis, are really, really intelligent. They're more intelligent than humans, and they're hyper-focused on engineering, but they have a deep caste system. There's engineers, there's leaders, there's soldiers. But the thing is, the modis have a huge issue. They have a population boom that they can't control, because if you're a modi, when you're halfway through your life, you have to give birth or die. And so they have these populations explosions, and then so every so many centuries, their population, their whole thing collapses. Because they're locked on their planet, and they only have so many resources to go around. And then it just repeats itself. They can't help but have kids. There
Use one of these for an answering job.
you go. You got a really long answer on we were talking about jabbers. What the hell?
Find something?
Yeah.
Fast as hell.
It's a great science fiction novel, so I'm more than happy to self-indulge and rant about it. So are these things men or boys? And why do they have their own unique sex language?
We know where to go.
Are they asexual? Is that the deal? There is no boys and girls?
I mean, they look mammalian.
No.
I would guess that there is boys and girls.
It was to set up a burn on Felix. He was like, oh, I get it. Even jabbers have better pillow talk than me or something like that.
Pillow talk?
Pillow talk, you sexy talk.
Oh,
you know,
pillow talk.
getting
Oh,
in the
okay.
mood.
That was like a made-up gearbox hormone. Full of Trexiton, titanium. Make me into a stew.
God, Also, Ty and RT, I might suggest going stalker. Seems a lot easier to level if you're having trouble.
Who's having trouble?
If he's having trouble,
You're Tyrell.
Tyrell, thank you. Yes. You should.
Having trouble with what?
I don't know. Just in general, like questing later, you might want to try out the stealth tree.
It's
If you're by
bastard.
yourself. It's really
You're chilling.
That's fucking stupid damage.
yeah, and the survivability, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I figured going hunter would be better, you know, which spot everyone thinks is so good. Like it's fun, but it's not nearly as good.
Yeah.
Plus 50% damage when you health, or I guess whenever your action skill starts.
Jabba's trying to tell us something.
I really like how they bring us back to the Pandora all the time, or Sanctuary
All right, Vault Hunter.
at regular
Let's get
intervals.
that fragment and find out who betrayed the rogues.
What makes you say that?
Wait a moment.
Just like it brings you back so your auto pickup thing never gets full really. You're just always back there to get new upgrades. Like in Borderlands 2 you went to Sanctuary like twice, right? 3 times you had to go back. Otherwise you would just kind of have to go back to do things and then go out again.
I think it works in a lot of different ways. I think it's a good game design to have a hub like they've designed, especially modern games. But old school games do it too, like Fallout. I think Fallout has a perfect gameplay loop. go out, adventure, get a bunch of scrap, get a bunch of new weapons and material and stuff, and then come back to the base, talk with people, digest it all, and then go back out into the world. I think it works on multiple levels. Like, I agree with you, but I also think it helps the pacing, and it makes the player feel more grounded.
It's true. I
If
never
you
thought about that, but yeah.
If you do constant action, you can kind of get into a snore thing where it's like Michael Bay movies. It becomes monotonous. There's too much slow-mo, too much constant action, and you need those peaks and valleys to make it interesting. Halo with the cinematics in between was great pacing. I think it's a good pacing device, and especially RPGs. A way to enforce that pacing in a more free-form game is to give the player a hub.
You kill him, Ryan? Yeah, he's a...
Jeremiah's sick of all this fucking book
Or is
talk,
he just
dude.
tiny?
Whoa.
Bulky fragment. Painful divergent.
I guess the turret.
So that little bastard had a vault key?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
stole it
anointed.
from-
Oh yeah, it was the dude we
So-
thought was dead at the beginning. Right?
Yeah. He faked his death so he could steal the vault key and sell it to Aurelia.
Huh.
For like, yeah, it was Clay's like
Two
bestie.
planets. Two
Planets
planets.
connected by a water slide.
Please come see me on Sanctuary.
Enough money to connect it with the water slide. That's what
How far we've gotten so far? I don't know. We'll need to see a chapter count. There's 23 chapters in the game.
I think this next quest, I would say, would be the 75% mark.
Okay.
I think it's the next quest.
So look at this. We have a theme. Aurelia, she'll sell you under the bridge for money. Clay, blood. Blood was thicker than the money. Well, his allegiance anyways. They're not actually family, but you get my meaning. And I think that ties back into what is a Vault Hunter to begin with. Are they kind of just amoral mercenaries, profit above all? If that's the case, they seem to, you know, take a side in a fight a lot. So what is a Vault Hunter?
It seems like
I'm listening.
they're heroes by circumstance, but mercenaries by trade. If you understand what I'm trying to say by that.
Yeah, I
No,
understand
Jim
what
out.
you're saying, but
Okay.
what was the game calling attention to by, like, the way the lines are being drawn here is, what are your loyalties to? And I'm guessing that's going to tie into the twins, them being family, but they've obviously got this really conflicted relationship. One calls the other a parasite all the time. Troy seems to be trying to undermine his sister. So I guess the idea is, if you're going to choose to not be loyal to anything and just choose power over any other system, then you get what you pay for. Like, yeah, you might make a profit in the short term, but in the long term, nobody's got your back.
God, cause you're fucking. There we go. That fucking spider ant, man. You're just blocking all the loot.
Well, yeah, the mailbox.
I'm gonna put all this crap in my bank. Oh, this isn't my room.
I do wish we
This
could
one, yeah.
actively move our pet or like actively despawn it without going into our menus. But I feel like that's asking a lot from a console, especially.
Seem to be running out of buttons on console. I didn't even know that was a thing, though. So you would like to be able to despawn your pet if you could?
Like I can go and unequip the spell in my skill tree and I'll despawn them, but yeah, there was like what if I'm waiting for you guys to get there before killing it? Or like what if I get it to phase 2 somehow, whatever it is, before you get there, you know, then you miss
Hey,
the entire part of the fight.
No. What level are you?
Yeah. 45?
You want something for when you reach level 50? Cause I sure as hell don't want it.
Yes please. One less thing to farm. Or at least help farm, right?
That leaves only one more fragment. Once you acquire it, I will join you at the vault.
Alright, so she's gonna join us. Okay, she's gonna, like, stealth
Lilith,
this
I
out.
understand your concern, but the
Apparently
facts
that's a
remain.
Yeah.
The
homing
Calypsos
grenade
will
that
come to feed on the Vault Monster.
instantly-
My
that hits through
presence is
shields, I
required
think?
to ensure that when they arrive, their dinner plate will be empty.
Alright, I will
Trust
definitely try
me,
that
Lilith,
out.
It has to be
Thank
me.
you.
It's her
Apparently, I'm
choice
not
to go
sure
down,
what
Lilith.
it does
But we
exactly.
have to do something where
Right,
the
that's the fun
Calypsos
of
get
this game.
exactly what they want.
Yeah.
I know that. Tannis, trust me.
You trust Tannis? She
You got that from
backstabbed you in
Fuck.
Borderlands
Thank you,
1.
Lilith.
This is gonna go to hell. This is obviously gonna go to hell.
Human emotions
She is the
are
destroyer.
well outside
She's the
of my
fucking
expertise,
parasite.
But I must state the obvious.
Destroyer.
Troy Calypso killed
Well, the
my
destroyer's,
aunt, not
supposed to
Lilith.
be the literally
There's
destroyer of
enough
worlds in
fighting going on
Borderlands
out
1,
here.
but we're able to kill it
May not
because
have
it's
been
not
the
as
family
strong
you
if it doesn't have a
signed up
host.
for, but it is the word
I think it
of
got
mouth.
into Tannis's DNA.
Tannis,
Oh, is that?
So
how
I
that
can't use the
works?
vault. My vault. I'm in your world.
Oh, you're in the wrong room.
What's the plan then, Lilith?
Yeah, you're in the
Oh.
room.
Wainwright knows where the
You're
final
probably in
key
my
Your
room.
room is over
Go for
here,
the vault.
this way, right here.
This time
Oh, we
This
all
is
got
your
our
room.
own fucking rooms. Okay.
This one.
All right. Well,
Seem
This
pretty
is yours.
revved up.
yes,
I can't
my
blame
shitty
her.
room. Yes.
Who wouldn't jump at the chance to take that?
Everyone got guns on the walls. I'm just here.
Don't worry, I got this ship on lockdown, baby.
Store the weapons. What the fuck?
Oh man, I know I'm gonna
Oh.
keep coming back to this room and just stare at those oranges. Just stare at all those legendaries. Just...
That's gonna become
Oh, yeah.
Jeremiah. He's gonna have 90 days in Borderlands
2
3 like
days.
Overwatch, and it'll all be spent just
2 days
looking.
straight.
Raider's death.
Who's that guy who would always just do nothing? Get on the game and do nothing.
Get on the game and do nothing. Man, come on, you gotta keep giving me more information. This does sound familiar though.
Oh my
Man,
god,
to be
yeah.
fair-
I forgot what game it was. It was like Destiny or something.
To be fair, I have fallen asleep mid-game because I've just been all-nighters.
Yeah, but this
So,
guy
I
just
mean-
get on and did nothing. He was just standing in like the social area.
I don't know. It might have been like Catman from way back in the fucking day. He had like 200 hours in Destiny, but it was all spent in the tower, running
Yeah, okay, I
around,
was gonna say
interacting with
Destiny.
things. Like, what the fuck, man? You can go out and kill stuff. He's like, I'm getting ready. I'm prepping myself. Let me make sure everything's ready.
He played with us one time in the raid, and that was it.
Oh, he was really bad, and he quit on us. He's like, all right, you guys, fine. I'll fucking leave then. Like, we're not gonna baby you. And
Oh
then the
my
very
God.
next run, we won. He was like a 50-year-old guy. Like, he didn't need to be so fucking sensitive. But I mean, he was bad. He was really bad. He actually was hanging us down big time. It was simple. It was like there was this guy
Hey,
named
Jeremiah.
Chris. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Fit Man.
Uh,
I'm set the whole time.
could you just follow me over here, and then you can go ahead.
Hey, come
Your
here,
story.
I can't fight.
Wait, what's going on?
Do you know what this is for yet? Have you figured it out on your campaign?
I
This
can't see
unlocked?
with your fucking spider in it. That door? I have no idea. It hasn't unlocked.
Okay. Must be DLC.
So when I met at that pizza shop, we had
There's a
this
lot of
employee
locked
named
doors in
Chris.
Century there.
Chris had fucking, he never brushed his teeth ever, like once a month. They were literally glued together, calcified together, because he refused to fucking brush them with brown, white, green mush, like that too bright shit that you get on your teeth. It's supposed to be calcium. He had really, really thick bottle glasses, and hardly ever washed them. Well, this guy worked our oven, so he's constantly cutting pizza and crust and sauce, and so that shit gets gunked on there real good. His hair was red blonde. It was real wiry. He'd over shampoo it. It's weird because he didn't brush his teeth and he didn't clean his glasses, but he was one of these people that shampoos his hair every day, so it gets that real dried out, fizzed look that goes everywhere. He was real skinny. He'd done time in federal prison because he had done heroin. He was maybe 5'6", 100 pounds soaking wet. And he would play Destiny with us. And you can just about imagine how well he sees. He's got glasses that are probably 2 inches thick and magnifying his eyes. It's a stereotypical thing. Like, they're 100 times bigger than what they actually are when you look at him in the face. And he would play Destiny with us. And this guy could not follow any fucking instructions. And we played The Dark Below, it's called, and we were trying to deploy the bridge. And we spent maybe 6 hours trying to deploy this stupid fucking bridge. And we told Chris he had one job, and his only job was to stand on the plate so the bridge would stay deployed, then we would kill all the enemies and move to the next section. Through the will of God and good luck, we managed to make it to the very final part where a couple ogres come out and you gotta destroy the ogres. And all that we needed to do was have the bridge out because we'd killed the ogres. And we fucking look and like 10 times the enemies have spawned and the bridge is completely gone, and we look on the other side of the bridge and there's Chris. firing with a fury, missing every shot with a machine gun, shooting into the wall. He's like, I'm trying to help. We're like, fucking Chris. We all logged off.
Those were the days.
Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect. It's like you had one job. It was exactly the meme. He just needed to stand on the plate, and even that he couldn't do right. He got off, started shooting. Oh, well. Who knows what he's doing now? Dude, I'll tell you, that was my first real good life experience in the case of not every person that you interact with in the world is good. Because that is a guy who later on, in seeking advantage himself, decided to tell our district manager that I was dealing drugs through the store. And I told them that you could drug test me right now. They were the ones doing drugs, but they wanted me gone because I was hard as hell on them. They're just fucking people they'll just lie. They'll just lie their asses off.
What have you got there?
Whatever it takes. We had another guy we had hired who was literally wanted in Florida. He had robbed a pawn shop. And he did crystal meth and shit. And these people were exactly who the Little Caesars Corporation wanted to be employed there. And if you tried to have any kind of respect and try to keep run a pretty tight ship, you were gonna get your ass knocked out of that establishment. I think you kind of went through that, Tyrell, with like Taco Bell or Burger King, like always wanted to hire the shitlords instead of like...
Yeah, not Taco Bell, Burger King, but yeah. But I remember, it felt like that, man, that's so long ago that happened.
It has been a long
minute.
time.
That went by fast.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I don't even think I can make a pizza anymore. I'd made like thousands of those. Do you think you could still do the Burger King menu?
Hell nah. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'll get back there and help.
He did 3.5 years at Taco Bell, and it was like that. Yeah, I think they just want to hire people that get in and get out, so they never got to give them a raise or anything. They just hire people that are sketchy and unreliable, thinking that they're going to basically be transients.
We're gonna take back the last key fragment, and I figured out where it is. The Jacobs Powder Cellar.
Great. What's a powder cellar?
Well, that's where my family cascades our signature gunpowder. My father must have hidden the fragment in a barrel of Grand Reserve black powder before the Calypsos arrived.
Raise us what are those exactly?
Get in. Go and meet up with him.
Well, aren't you a cook, Jeremiah?
Vault Hunter, while you infiltrate the cellar, Alistair and I will slip past the Harpies selling guard.
Oh, you're done already?
Restaurant's not for me, man. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Did you get that job at GameStop?
I did.
Oh,
Start
hey.
next week.
Oh, congrats. Nice. Glad to hear it.
Hey, good shit.
Yeah. That's definitely more my speed. Fuck restaurants.
When I was in school for games, a lot of people worked at GameStop. They had very mixed feelings on it. I'll be curious what you think.
Well, considering I have to suppress my opinion about some games, it's gonna be a little tough.
How long were you a cook for?
You don't have to.
Like a
there,
year or
maybe.
two. Nah, not even. No, not even. Actually, no, like a few months. Then I was like, fuck this job.
Were you cook at like a family restaurant or?
Nah, it was like a diner type of shit.
So
it wasn't fast food, but it wasn't family. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
See what you mean. A lot of that depends on your owner and shit. Those can be miserable. What is Tyrell right? Yeah. Like you can be honest with your opinions.
Yeah, everyone I've been with, everywhere I've been, GameStop employees are honest. They'll tell the truth about it. They don't care. Now I don't know. Like I'm saying, I live somewhere else, but at least the GameStop I'm at, they tell the truth.
Oh my God, Fitman, you are the most garish person. Somehow anything you put on stands out like the sun. So tell me the truth, Jeremiah. I walk into your GameStop. I'm like, how you doing, man? You seem like someone who really knows their stuff. So I've watched your stream even. And I say, should I buy Overwatch? And this is a point in time when Overwatch is full price, $60. I come up, I got it in my hands.
Fuck no.
Like, give me an honest opinion. Why don't I buy Overwatch?
No. Because it's just not worth $60. No, I didn't even pay $60 for that game.
You got a game shared, right?
Yeah, I have a game shared. That's why I play it so much, because I'm like, fuck it, dude, it's free. Whenever I'm really bored, I'll play it.
So even after 90 hours,
And
you
I
still
don't
want
even-
it say, go for it.
No. Not so
Or sorry, 90 days. Because you've been dedicated to that
'Cause it's
game.
not
I
like,
mean,
oh,
I mean
what
that
the
in a
fuck is this?
respectful way. You've been dedicated to Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, I don't play like the actual fucking game. I play custom games when I'm on it, and custom games are nothing like the actual game. And in my opinion, the actual game is fucking balanced shittily.
If you get out of that Tyrell, fast travel to it. Thank you. Would you
We're going to a new area.
would you sell a copy of Vanilla Destiny to somebody?
Destiny 1? Hell no.
Destiny 1 on the Xbox 360.
No. Hell no.
You should do a service and get rid of every copy of those in your GameStop.
Just fucking.
Yeah, that'll be fastest person to get fired every game. So I'm
Yeah.
Brilliant. Love this game.
just